Hello friends, Maaxxypoo with you. I am playing 7 Days to Die, and I really wanted to show you some of the cool bases that I've come up with and worked with friends to build. So I thought I would start by giving you a tour of the most recent base that I've done, and then sort of work backwards throughout the video and go to some of the older bases that I have. So this is an interesting base because it started as a place where I just hid out on the rooftop there. It was an apartment building. I needed somewhere to hide from the blood moon, so I decided to go up on top of this roof, and I built myself a little hut up there. And then it ended up like the apartment building ended up, over time, just getting converted into this really cool base. So what my friend and I did, we have a trench around the outside. I find this really works very well. Once you have this set up, as long as you maintain it and keep track of keeping an eye on the spikes, you really don't have to worry too much about being attacked as long as you are inside the base. Like I said, make sure you maintain it, and then you should be pretty good. So we have the spikes around there. We've reinforced the walls and everything with concrete, and we dug out this really cool trench, and that tends to keep us fairly safe. We have this little platform here, which is great for when a blood moon happens. We can hang out there and just shoot down at our enemies that are coming in through there. There's another platform up here if you want, a better shot, a better angle. We put in drawbridge here, which is really cool. That's one of my favorite features of this game, is having a drawbridge. We have our garage in here. It's always good policy to close this door behind you just in case. Even though the zombies are not as threatening during the day, they still are there. So they could potentially come in. So it's a good idea to make sure you're safe inside. We have our mini bike in here. We have a workbench down here, and a lot of the amenities down in the garage here. And then we also have a way to get up into the main area. We also used a ladder just in case, for some reason, if we ever left a garage open by mistake, one of the drawbridges, if zombies got in, they would not be able to get us up here, hopefully. So that's the idea. So this is still some stuff that are, some things that are left over from previous, like the previous building that was here. And then if you come up here, this is sort of the main base up here. So we have, our supplies and things here. We have our crafting amenities and things over here. This was the original farm up here, so we could have some food. And so this was a really cool base to have. Like really high up. That's one of the things I love doing in this game, is I like building high up and then defending the base of it. When I say base, I mean the bottom part. We do have sort of like a lookout up here. This is a great spot up here. And we were, probably going to put some beds and things in here. Make this into kind of like a little family room or something. But, you can see it's made of wood because it's up high, so we don't really have a lot of enemies that are threatening us up here, so we don't really have to worry about reinforcing that quite as much. So, if you come out here onto the balcony, you can see that this wraps all the way around here like this. You can look out, and if you see through the mist, you can see this is sort of right on the edge of a city, so it was a really great location to build because we're not out in the middle of nowhere, and we have access to houses and things for supplies if we need them. And the last thing we had been working on was this really cool elevated garden, and so this is really handy. Oops, did I go down too far? Yes, I did. Because if for whatever reason we needed to get a lot of crops, we have this really cool crop set up over here, right? So it's great because it's elevated, so if we have to come out here at night, we don't have to worry about running out into a farm and getting ambushed by zombies at night. There's a little mine, I think somewhere down there, where we can go down and get materials. But this is a really cool spot up here that we built, and just added this on, right? So we've got a bridge that you can drive under, and of course, as I said, we have the crops up here, which is great, and we have a lot, as you can see, so that gives us a lot of yucca fruits, which are great for food, and you can also drink the juice as well to, you know, keep your thirst down. So yeah, this is a really great base. Absolutely love it. It's been a lot of fun building it. And, you know, it would be neat if we added some more things to it. I'm not sure what else we're going to add. Maybe, you know, some furniture and things up there. But that was the most recent base that my friend and I were working on. And I will just move on into the next. Okay, welcome back to part 2 of the video. This was one of the first bases that I ever had experience with. I was playing this game for the first time with a friend, and we didn't really know a lot about what we were doing, so we found this house and we started building and fixing it up, and this is where we hung out for the first little bit, and we did start you know, boarding it up and fixing it up and trying to defend it as best we could. You can see there are spikes, and this is where we spent our first blood moon. It was quite terrifying because we were basically on this side of the door, and we were hoping the traps would hold them off outside, and we were, you know, repairing this door, trying to keep them out as best we could. Actually, this might be a replaced door, but you get the idea. We were hiding in here, terrified, trying to keep this this entryway blocked up. So, you know, you can see the remnants of some previous stuff here. Then we decided, to go out exploring when we started getting a better feel for the game. I'm going to close this up just in case. So I don't remember who. I think it was actually me that came down. Well, I definitely found the base, but I think it might have been me who came down this way first. I don't remember. But we were exploring out and trying to find things, because that's one of the biggest and most fun aspects of this game, is exploring the world and trying to find out where everything is. And so I came sprinting down this path, and not too far up ahead here you will see the base that ended up being our permanent home start to come into view. It looks really cool now, but it was an absolute struggle, believe me, to try to get this place set up to a point where it was easy to defend it and protect it. So this is very familiar. You might notice we used a similar style of having a trench going around the outside here like this. Oh, I hear something. Just wondering where that was coming from. Is it in here? Is that you? Yes, it is. So it seems like we did catch one of the screamer zombies. I'll have to take her out because I don't want her to call in any other zombies. Anyway, as long as you maintain this, like I said previously, it does work pretty well. We have a guardrail that goes around here that you can stand and shoot off of, but it also stops the spider zombies from being able to climb up your walls and get in the base, because that's a real pain. So, classic trench style again. Oh. I'm hearing zombies coming. I'm wondering where they are. It's making me a little nervous. Whoa. 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 Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Speaking of spider zombie. Take that. No good loot for me. So anyway, as I was saying, we have this drawbridge here to allow us access to the base, but then we can close it up and protect ourselves, which is wonderful. Now this used to be like a radio station or something. It had a radio antenna there, and it had these chain link walls, and we were so excited when we discovered it, because we thought, oh, look at this, there's a base that's already got walls, we'll be protected in there. Boy, were we wrong. Those walls held up like wet toilet paper, pretty much, because they're not, they weren't designed to be, really powerful like these upgraded concrete walls here. So it was really funny. We thought we were going to be safe, and they just tore through the chain link, like it was, like I said, wet toilet paper. And I like that aspect of the game. There are different levels of things, different durabilities that can keep you safe, and so you have to really upgrade to get yourself to a point where you really do have strong and powerful walls. So we would hide out in this area, which used to be the little building that was in there. Pretty much the only thing that's left, I think, might be this little piece of floor here. Almost everything about that old base has been changed and recrafted into something new. We had some structural issues and the base collapsed a couple times, and we would rebuild it. We didn't really give up on it. I think this safe was still there. We kept that from before on this floor here. So we have some really powerful reinforced doors here that are quite strong, and we have 2 layers of them, so if one of them were to ever be breached, we've got another one right there. So this is our main workshop area up here, and it's sort of like part garage, part workshop. We have our some of our amenities there. We have our different chests here, and we try to keep things organized according to what's in the chest. This is our garage over here, and you can see that we have one door if we want to park our bikes up here, and then we have another door that goes down a ramp into the basement there. I apologize if the lights are a little bright. We have a lot of torches down there to keep the place lit up, and I'm thinking about maybe changing it over to lights like this, maybe a little bit of a different look to it. We have an upstairs here, sort of like a castle, and the next expansion plan was to have this drawbridge here, and then maybe another drawbridge coming over to form a really big bridge here, and then we were going to set up another base here. But a new update came out, and we started a new base, which was the one I had just shown you, and we haven't really come back into this one since. But if we did continue on, it's actually quite a cool base. We've got a forest that we grew in behind us there. We were thinking about putting something out over here as well. One of the fun things about this game, though, is that there are different levels to it. So, for example, when you're first starting out, you really have that panic, scramble, try to do anything to survive type mentality, and it's really a different experience from when you actually get a base set up. And both of them are incredibly fun times of the game. But after you get a base set up to a certain point, that it's so powerful and it can protect itself and your character's fairly upgraded, sometimes it's nice to start again from that early panic, do what you have to do to survive type mode, and do that again and start a fresh base. So that's actually really quite fun. But it is cool once you get a base set up and keep working on it and adding things, and searchlights and things like that we have set up for the Blood Moon. So if you come down here, you can drive the bikes down in here, and like I said, I apologize for the brightness, but we do have a lot of torches down here keeping this place nice and lit for us. Turn my flashlight off, that might help. So we have a secondary crafting area down here, and this is handy in case my buddy is up there crafting something and then I need to craft some things down here. It's really nice to have this extra spot. And this is sort of a work in progress down here. We have an open space over here, and we were going to put a family room over in this area. Ooh. Yep, I think this was a mistake where we accidentally had upgraded the wall a little bit further than we intended. And then we were going to put, a bathroom down there and things like that. So this is also like the living quarters area. So, kitchen over here maybe, bathroom or something, and then family room over there. So this is the way up to my friend's room here. And he's sort of in the process of adding to his. So he's got a couch over here, and he has his bed over here. I'll just help him and take this letter down. We're gonna put our names up here. We did have sort of a joking name up there, but I took the names down just so that we can keep ourselves anonymous. But it might be kind of fun to write Maaxxypoo or something up there as well. So Anyway, this is his area, and then we decided to keep our rooms really kind of an open concept and close, so it's kind of neat how there's a little bridge that goes between. And I had spent a little bit more time on mine, so mine is a little bit more furnished and upgraded, but I've got a bed, and I've got you know, nightstand, desk, things like that. I have a TV here. I have a gun case, and it's got my weapons in it. And I have a fridge, and it's got some food and beverages and things like that, so if people need to use it, they can. So that is really our second base. It's really quite cool. This was really the, I mean, even though this map was really the first one I think I ever played on, you know, I had gone off on my own and played other maps as well and spent more time on those. But this one's definitely near and dear to my heart because we did spend a lot of time you know, trying to get this thing built up and fortified, and now it looks like a castle, and it's really, really quite a cool looking base. So I think what I'll do is I'll, you know, make a jump in the video here again, and then I'll go over to the next base, which will be the last one in the video. And it was interesting because that was really the first solo play I had done in the next one, so it'll be kind of neat to see how my base building has evolved over the time I've played this game. And if you really like what you see so far, let me know, and then perhaps I can, you know, start a fresh playthrough and, you know, make some videos as I'm building up new bases. Okay, so I will pause the video here, and then I will hop over to the next base. Okay, so this is my online base. As you can see, it's dark outside right now, so I'm not actually going to go down there just yet. If you listen carefully, you can hear footsteps, and I heard a screeching sound, so there's definitely something down there trying to get to me. So we're just going to wait until the morning comes before we actually go downstairs. But this is a base that I built on top of a gas station. As you can see, the pass and gas sign right there. Very funny pun. I actually really enjoy that. So this ended up being a base that came into being when I was desperately trying to find somewhere to, you know, be safe and hole up. And I found this gas station that I came across, and oh, that was frightening. They might be down below, and that's why. Sometimes, though, you know, it catches you off guard, and you think they might be up on the same floor. But yeah, so I found this gas station, and I hid inside of it, and I thought, well, why don't I just make this my base and board up the windows and all that? And I found that it was not safe down there at all, without any type of walls or anything. It was way too easy for them to find me. So you know, when you're starting off in the early game, it's better to get up high. That's usually my strategy. So I came up here and I built this, and it started with just this room up here, and you can see my bed and the different amenities here. Is this on? No, it's not. Good. So I would live up here, and then I would go down, and you know, if there was a blood moon or something, I could shoot at them from up here. But I've been relatively safe up here, and I'll show you some of the things that I did down below. You know, just give the time a little bit more to tick away, and then that way I can come out when it's daytime, and you can get a better look, and also it'll be a lot safer. So this is an additional room where I thought I would start building something. I never really got around to it because I started playing more local co-op with a friend, and you know, we were working on the base that I just finished showing you, and then the first one that I showed you as well. So this one hasn't had a lot of time put into it recently, so it doesn't look as upgraded, and you can see my weapons are not as strong, and I'm sure my character's not as leveled up here either. But I'm still quite proud of this one. You know, I managed to make a pretty nice base up here. You know, I have some crops up here, which is really nice, and there's a drawbridge down there, and you know, you've got a pretty decent view of, you know, the surroundings, and so it's really a nice a nice safe place to be up here. I do have some protection down below, which will show you how the spider zombies are not able to get up here, which is also nice. But of course, as you can hear, they do make some noise, so it can be a little bit frightening at times. Let's see if I'm being hunted. So if you crouch, undetected. Okay, so they're down there. They just don't know where I am. So I'll just close this as I go. Oh, close this as I say that. I'm struggling to do so. There we go. Okay. This is a trapdoor going down into the actual gas station. I think I took the ladder out though because I didn't want to have anyone climbing up through here, but it's good to know there's a way down just in case. I like having, you know, escape exits and things like that, so if a base ever gets overrun, you can make an escape. Now, granted, it usually is pretty hard to do at night, so if you get overrun and you try to run off somewhere, unless you've got somewhere to run to or a mini bike, you're going to be in a lot of trouble, because the zombies can run at night. So it can be challenging to try to escape at night, but as you can see, the sun, well, at least there you see the moon going down and the sun probably rising somewhere over there, and the zombies will slow down during the day. Let's go down. Oh, I want to make sure I don't hurt myself. So you can see this is the back of the gas station here. Some of the original fence around the back area is still here, and you can see that you know, there's been some damage down here from zombies trying to get to me, and of course I can patch this up. Wouldn't hurt to just throw some frames in there. Oh, there's a zombie. Oh, whoa, 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 hello. Hello. Yeah, he's still able to run. I'm trying to remember what the cutoff time for them not running is. But he seems to be stuck on the fence, so let's see if I can sneak around and ambush him. Nobody ever accused a zombie of being smart. Good night, sir. Let's just see if we can set these up, because I don't want to leave this like this. I'm trying to remember how to place things. It's been a while. There we go. Silly me. So these are not super strong like this, but just having a rebar frame in there, it'll help with the corner. I don't know if I have any cement on me. No, I don't. But what you can do is once you have the cement or the concrete, you can fill these up like that. This building though has a lot of support, so it's probably not likely going to collapse anytime soon. So if you come through here, I've pretty much gutted most of this gas station. Whoa, 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 hello. I see you there, Miss Zombie. You are very rudely walking along my tables, which I don't appreciate. Oops. Okay, so she's down. Still hearing footsteps, though. Oh! Wow, there's quite a few of them that came in. So you can see why, clearly, this place is not somewhere where I want to spend a night. The roof is nice and fine, but down here, not the greatest spot. I'm having real trouble lining up these hits. There we go. Oh, I've got a sprained ankle. Let's see if I have any medical supplies to fix that. I might have some upstairs. I'll go and check in a minute. I'll be okay. I'll be okay. So this is the, you know, behind the cache area. You can see the safe is still here. So it was sort of a gas station slash restaurant. If you come out here, this is where the pumps used to be, lined up here, so people could pull in here with their cars. And then this is the, you know, garage with the mechanic, and these are the, you know, the pits where they could go under and work on the cars. And I have my mini bike down here, and I started, I think I started making a trench. I can't remember what exact progress I've made along here. Yeah, what I started doing here is digging out the wall. So I like to put the wall down first and then dig the trench, because otherwise the zombies will dig through the ground. So I like having the wall down. So I do have a drawbridge here, but it doesn't really do too much right now. It's more something that'll be helpful in the future. There's a bit of a trench down there, and you can see where the wall is starting to form. Oh, hello. Wouldn't that be awesome if she had a splint on her? Nope, she does not. Okay. So, let's go along here. Oh, yeah, did I fill that in? I did. Yeah, so this was my little pass and gas station, and I've been digging around the outside, trying to make a little compound here. And eventually, if I come back to this world, I will, you know, continue to work on building up this fence. But what I want to do is I want to have enough that I can build it up at least 3 walls high right away. I don't want to sort of do a little bit here, a little bit there, because I don't want to build up walls and have to constantly keep repairing them while I'm still trying to build them up. So it'll probably be better to do it that way. But kind of a neat little base. That's one of the things I really like about this game, is that you can, you know, you can start a base from scratch. You can change the environment around, you know, according to how you want your base to be, and you could really build your own base, you know, from the very first block. Or you can find a house or a gas station or a building and sort of convert it into a base that way as well, and, you know, sort of work on it over time. So that's kind of a neat little feature. Before I go, let's just see if I can find a splint. I don't even remember which chests here are my my different medical chests. As you can see, I have the wooden chests here. I don't actually have the blocks or the boxes. Here we go. So let's just heal up that ankle before I say goodbye. Okay. So this will heal up my ankle, or at least, there we go. So as you can see, my my ankle is bandaged. I may have accidentally used a second one, and that will help decrease the healing time for that ankle. Anyway, thanks for watching my video. I really appreciate you taking the time to check out my 7 Days to Die creations. And like I said, if you really like this, leave me a like and you know, a comment. Let me know what you like, and I'll maybe try to start up another series, and, you know, maybe take some videos as I go. You know, kind of a from the start, so you can really see you know, what it's like when you play through this game, because it is really a lot of fun, so I do highly recommend it. Anyway, thanks again, and I will see you later.